His guns open a devastating cannonade, clearing the way for an attack.
Yes,
Around
come on,
10
guys.
a.m., the reserve grenadiers charge forward with bayonets fixed, sweeping the Austrians
Bayonet, and we attack. Come on.
off the hill.
Yeah, it's ours.
Meanwhile,
Today I'm reacting to the Battle of Castiglione, Napoleon in Italy by Epic History. And today is a special day because today I'm filming this on the 15th of August and this video will come out in few hours. 15th of August is, for those who don't know, it's the birthday of Napoleon. He was born 15 August 1769, and so I think it's for the channel it's good to have a video about him. You know how I feel about Napoleon. I'm French and quite patriotic French, but so I really like Napoleon. And the Battle of Castiglione is an absolute beauty of Napoleon genius, strategy. So he feigned a retreat. He deceived the Austrian, and yeah, beautiful victory. So let's look at it. And don't forget to subscribe.
PMF Productions collaboration. In 1796, at the...
By the way, we reached 200 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you for all of you. Thank you so much. And now it's 202. So on the way to 300. Let's go.
height of the French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy.
Yeah!
It was his first command.
Come on,
Many
Bonaparte.
expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month,
He seems good. This young man seems good. I think he can go far. I think this army is good. They might go to Moscow. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I believe in them.
won his first brilliant campaign.
Every time.
With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after victory, transforming the war in
We've
Europe,
seen Lodi.
winning
already.
praise from a grateful...
Previous video, we've seen Lodi. So we've seen this one, Lodi, on the 10 May 1796. So you can go watch the video. We have a video on Toulon also. We're gonna do the entire series. And then there's Castiglione. This is the one we do today. Arcole is the bridge when he goes and almost dies. And it's epic. And Rivoli also, oh my goodness. Bassano, I'm not that knowledgeable about Bassano. So very looking forward for it. But yeah.
Transforming the war in Europe,
Mantua.
winning praise from a grateful republic, and forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age.
Allez.
May 1796. The French Revolutionary Wars have entered their 5th year. And on what most consider to be a secondary front, there has been a stunning development.
Of course.
A 26-year-old general of the French Republic, Napoleon Bonaparte, has waged a lightning campaign across northern Italy, defeating the Kingdom of Piedmont-Sardinia and driving the Austrians across Lombardy. 2,000 Austrian troops remain holed up in Milan's citadel, but they cannot prevent his triumphal entry into the city on the 15th of May. Now the French general holds court at the Palazzo Serbelloni, issuing decrees on behalf of the Directory in Paris, while his troops enjoy several days' rest. Lombardy is to be reorganized as a French client state, known as the Lombardic Republic. Political and economic reforms sweep away the old Austrian state, to the delight of Italian intellectuals in cities like Milan. But the French also demand 20 million francs to help pay for the war, while their troops requisition vast quantities of food, horses, cattle, and boots. Most inflammatory are their attacks on the property and dignity of the Catholic Church, which enrage Italian priests and peasants, and are a gift to anti-French propagandists. On the 23rd of May, as Napoleon's troops set off in pursuit of the Austrians, revolt breaks out in Pavia. The next day, there are riots in Milan. Napoleon races back to the city, where order is soon restored. But on the road to Pavia, at Binasco, he encounters 1,000 armed rebels. Colonel Lannes' grenadiers rout the peasants, killing 100 and burning the village. A terrible example, which will be effective, Napoleon writes. Pavia is retaken the next day, with little opposition. A score of ringleaders, including several priests, are shot. Hundreds of hostages are taken from prominent local families to ensure future cooperation. Napoleon resumes his advance east. His army now...
It's true that the revolution was not very favorable to the religion. They didn't like it. So the religion lost a lot of popularity under the revolution, and Napoleon during his reign as emperor will slowly bring them back, which will infuriate some of the revolutionary, the most radical, let's say.
Organized into 4 divisions: Kilmain's advance guard, Augereau, Massena, and Serrurier.
It's Serrurier who's gonna come from the back, and it sounds wrong. It's gonna flank the Austrian.
Berlioz's Austrian army holds the line of the Mincio River, with Lake Garda on his right and the great fortress of Mantua on his left.
So we have Beaulieu over there, Mantua. Yeah, he's gonna siege Mantua.
This, together with the fortresses at Peschiera, Verona, and Lagnago, forms the famous quadrilateral. 4 bastions that cement Austria's grip on northern Italy. But once more...
But the French are coming. Hey, we're on our way, guys.
Beaulieu can't get a read on Napoleon's movements. He scatters his troops, trying to defend 4 potential crossing points, and is further distracted by fake preparations to cross Lake Garda by boat. In fact, Napoleon has decided to cross the Mincio at Borghetto, and when Kilmain's advance guard arrives, they find the bridge defended by a single battalion of infantry and handful of hussars. The Austrians are soon driven back, but a sudden counterattack nearly bags General Bonaparte himself. A possibly dramatized account has him hopping over fences with 1 boot on to evade the hussars.
Oh, wow.
This lucky escape leads to the formation of an elite cavalry.
Imagine, because at the moment I'm watching a series called, you've heard about it, I'm pretty sure, Vikings. There's another series that I like was Barbarians, the 1st season, not 2nd season. And so I'm watching more and more historical series. But imagine a series the same way, but about Napoleon. The best one I know is with Clavier. He's a French actor, and it's kind of old because I watched this series when I was a child. So I really did like it, and I think it was a fantastic job. But I wonder if we could have another series. I think we're due for a series like that.
Attachment to act as Napoleon's personal escort. They are named the Compagnie des Guides à Cheval. Their commander is a young cavalry captain named Jean-Baptiste Bessières. In time, this unit will become the famous Chasseurs à Cheval of the Imperial Guard, the Emperor's ever-present bodyguard on campaign. Taken by surprise by the crossing at Borghetto, Beaulieu begins a withdrawal to a new defensive line in the Adige Valley. However, at Mantua,
He's always withdrawing. All he does is withdrawing.
he leaves behind a reinforced garrison, well supplied and ready to withstand a siege of at least 2 months. Napoleon cannot bypass Mantua. Its garrison is too powerful. But the fortress city will be a tough nut to crack. Its old walls surrounded on 3 sides by a lake and on the other by malarial marshland. The most unhealthy place in Italy, Napoleon tells the Directory. His biggest problem is his lack of heavy siege artillery. Most of these guns are in Milan, bombarding the Austrians, still holed up in the citadel. More guns were supposed to arrive.
Why are the guns in Milan? I thought he entered Milan. Why are they bombarding the Austrian? Oh, because the Austrian might be trying to retake Milan.
By sea, but have been intercepted by British warships, commanded by a certain Commodore Horatio Nelson.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy? So early, meeting him so early. Damn you, Nelson.
Since April, Napoleon has launched 3 successful offensives, marched more than 200 miles, and won 10 battles. But finally, outside the walls of Mantua, he is brought to a halt. And the demands on his limited force are growing. He must maintain the siege of Mantua, even though its guns outnumber his own and no direct assault can be made. He must protect his lines of communication back to France and guard against further revolt in Lombardy. And he must be ready to face the Austrians, who are receiving reinforcements from Germany and will soon counterattack.
It's getting exciting. Come on.
To add to his problems, the French Directory demands that he lead an expedition to central and southern Italy. He's to threaten military occupation unless these states cough up huge sums to help fund the French war effort. Napoleon vehemently opposes the idea.
Yeah, the stupid fucking politician, right? I'm sorry, I'm swearing, but
Marching troops the length of Italy in high summer, he warns, will end in sickness and death. Fortunately, strong words alone persuade Naples to sign an armistice. And in the end, Napoleon doesn't even have to go as far as Rome. The French march through the Duchy of Modena, the Papal States, and the Grand Duchy of Tuscany, raising more than 40 million francs in tribute from states that are powerless to resist. Napoleon...
That's the thing, France have to finance also the 2 other armies at the north.
...dines in Florence with the Grand Duke before returning to Milan. There he is reunited with his wife, Josephine, who's arrived from Paris, discreetly accompanied by her new lover. Napoleon does not linger in Milan. Its citadel has finally fallen, freeing up his siege guns. His troops have seized another 150 guns from the forts of central Italy. Napoleon can now make serious plans to take Mantua, and he has no time to lose. In the Tyrol, the reinforced Austrian army is beginning to stir.
Yeah, here it is, Dagobert Wurmser. He's gonna come and is gonna lose against Napoleon in Castiglione.
Under a new commander. Berlioz is gone. Now, 72-year-old Field Marshal Count von Wurmser is in command. A courageous cavalryman, vigorous beyond his years, and determined to avenge Austrian defeats in Italy. Since crossing the Mincio, Napoleon has reorganized and redeployed his forces. General Massena's division is near Rivoli, watching the road to the Tyrol. Two of his brigades, under General Sorre, are at Salo, watching the western side of Lake Garda. General Despinois' division is in support at Peschiera.
Despinois. We don't pronounce the S. Despinois. But to be fair, I mean, for an English channel, most of the names are being pronounced very well.
General Augereau's division is around Legnago, watching the eastern approaches, while Kilmain's cavalry mounts patrols. General Serrurier's division carries out the siege of Mantua itself. But Napoleon's hopes for a rapid conclusion to the siege are in vain. The Austrian garrison conducts a skillful and active defence, raiding French entrenchments and seizing supplies. Murat, recently promoted to Brigadier General, plans to lead a group of men in Austrian uniform.
He was young here. He was young. I don't think I've ever seen this painting of him.
Across the lake at night to take the guards by surprise. But the operation's abandoned when the water level suddenly drops. The French step up their bombardment of the city, firing more than 1,000 cannonballs and mortar shells in one 6-hour period. Mantua is being battered to pieces, but its walls are not yet breached. Napoleon is out of time. Field Marshal Wurmser is finally marching to Mantua's aid. He has divided his army into 4 columns.
And that's his mistake. This is what Napoleon loves. When the enemy is getting scattered, he's attacking at one point, specifically.
2 central columns are advancing down the Adige Valley, directly towards Mantua. Another column to the east is making a wide flanking march, while a 4th column, under General Kostanovic, advances down the western shore of Lake Garda, planning to seize Brescia and cut Napoleon's line of retreat. Massena comes under heavy attack and, severely outnumbered, abandons Rivoli and begins a fighting retreat. As soon as the news reaches Napoleon, he races to Castelnuovo, ordering Augereau, Despinois and Kilmain to join him as fast as possible. But suddenly, it is Kostanovic's column that's emerging as the greatest threat. General Sorre's troops at Salo are heavily outnumbered. They put up a stiff resistance, but are forced to withdraw. The next day, Austrian troops surprise the French at Brescia. They take the town, as well as an army hospital containing 2,000 French sick and wounded. Even Napoleon's wife, Josephine, en route to Brescia, is nearly captured in the chaos. Wurmser has wrong-footed Napoleon. Already outnumbered, he's lost 5,000 casualties. His left flank is in tatters, and there's a real possibility he may be encircled. It's the greatest crisis he has faced as an army commander, and will force him to make an
Greatest crisis he has faced yet.
agonizing decision.
Come on, Napoleon.
On the 31st of July, after 2 months of blood, sweat and sacrifice, General Serrurier is ordered to abandon the siege of Mantua. He is to send 2 of his brigades to reinforce Massena and Augereau, and withdraw with the rest of his troops to guard the army's line of retreat. 179 guns, plus ammunition and supplies which cannot be moved, are to be buried or tipped into the marshes. Napoleon needs every man he can get, because in the midst of the crisis, he has spotted an opportunity. Kostanovic's advance has caught him off guard.
Crisis is opportunity everywhere, in finance, in business. everywhere. Crisis is opportunity. It pushes you to think differently, to see the situation from a different angle. So yeah, don't be scared of crisis. Crisis is a good thing. It allows you to grow. Okay, that was the moment. Yes, no, yeah. Let's continue.
But Lake Garda separates him from the rest of the Austrian army. Napoleon will concentrate his forces against Kostanovic, beat him in battle, then pivot again to take on Wurmser.
Yeah, let's kick the Kostanovic. Let's go.
The French divisions are soon on the move. Kostanovic's troops reach Lonato, but here they encounter Massena's vanguard. The Austrians come under heavy attack, and with French reinforcements arriving, they have to pull back. The next day, the French retake Brescia, along with most of their supplies, sick and wounded.
We got our wounded back. Good.
Napoleon catches a lucky break. Wurmser has been on Massena's heels, harrying his rear guard as far as Peschiera. But now he receives reports there are French forces massing between him and Mantua. Mantua is his priority, so he swings south, away from Kostanovic, towards a city Napoleon has already abandoned. By the time Wurmser realizes his error, it's too late. He has gifted Napoleon 24 crucial hours. A blunder, for which he will pay dearly.
As I said in the last episode, if you like quotes, inspiring quotes, go to Napoleon. There's plenty of quotes. And it's marshals. Some of the marshals have amazing quotes also.
The 3rd of August sees confused fighting west of Lake Garda. One French brigade slips through the wooded ravines unnoticed, straight into Salò, causing havoc behind the Austrian lines. But the Austrians repel 3 attacks on Gavardo, and all seems to be going well, until their own advance meets Massena's division at Lonato. Massena's counterattack is led by the 32nd Demi Brigade, which is becoming known as one of the Army of Italy's most feared units. "Bayonets only," Napoleon calls out, "and you, 32nd, maintain your glorious reputation."
Yeah!
The lead Austrian brigade is routed. Colonel Junot, though wounded 6 times, accepts their commander's surrender. Kostanovic's force has been mauled. Fearing for the rest of his command, and with no word from Wurmser, he decides he must march back around Lake Garda to rejoin the army. The same day, 15 miles to the south, General Augereau's division fights an aggressive rearguard action near Castiglione, keeping Wurmser at bay while Napoleon deals with Kostanovic. Augereau begins with a bold attack on General Liptay's vanguard, driving it back to high ground near Solferino. But here, Liptay receives steady reinforcements as the rest of the Austrian army begins to arrive. Augereau keeps up the pressure.
We need to hold it, so Napoleon can kick Kostanovic's ass, and we hold it here. Come on.
Preventing an Austrian advance.
Well done.
And though there's a late scare when enemy cavalry sweep around his left flank,
careful.
They are unsupported and soon pull back.
Yeah, pull back. Alright, back.
For Augereau and his men, it is a long day of heroic action against a superior force, one which Napoleon will never forget. 12 years later, as emperor, he will make Augereau Duke of Castiglione, and always remind his critics, he saved us that day. Nevertheless, by nightfall, Augereau's division is at breaking point. Our soldiers are exhausted from fatigue and hunger. If you don't send me reinforcements, I won't be able to hold out. Next morning, French troops renew the attack on Kostanovic and quickly discover he's beating a hasty retreat. A major disaster is narrowly avoided when 3 lost Austrian battalions stumble into Napoleon's headquarters at Lonato.
It's crazy the stuff happening here. I didn't know all of these things. Josephine almost being captured, Napoleon almost being captured with one shoe or I don't know what, when he was crossing a barrier. And now that.
They call on the general to surrender. Napoleon responds by loudly ordering his grenadiers and artillery into position, then demands that the Austrians surrender to him or be put to the sword. It's a bold bluff. Few of his troops are anywhere near. But the Austrians...
You imagine the history, how things could have changed. Unbelievable.
...meekly lay down their arms. As Napoleon swings his army round to take on Wurmser, the Austrian must decide whether to stand his ground or
well, good for us. Good for the French.
Fall back to a stronger line behind the Mincio River. He chooses to stay put. By engaging Napoleon, he hopes to buy time for Kostanovic to regroup and resume his advance, and for Mantua to be resupplied. His reasoning is sound, but his intelligence is out of date, and he's underestimated the speed at which Napoleon's forces will move.
Come on.
At dawn on the 5th of August, the Austrian army is 4 miles east of Castiglione, formed up in 2 lines. Its northern flank anchored on the village of Solferino, its southern flank on a well-fortified redoubt at Monte Medolano. Napoleon faces him with Massena's division in the north, Augereau's division in the centre, and Kilmain's cavalry in the south. He's also formed an elite unit of grenadiers and cavalry to be held back for the decisive moment. Napoleon doesn't seem to have much of an advantage. But he has 10,000 more troops converging rapidly on the battlefield. 5,000 under General Despinois, marching from Brescia. 5,000 more under General Fiorella, coming from the south. To buy time for these reinforcements to arrive, and to lure Wurmser out of position, Napoleon orders Massena and Augereau to attack. There is a short exchange of fire. Then the French begin a feigned retreat.
Yeah, feigned retreat. They're pretending.
The Austrians take the bait.
Genius.
Some units advancing off the high ground, while Wurmser extends his right wing, looking to outflank Massena's division. Around 9 a.m, the sound of gunfire from the south alerts both sides to Fiorella's arrival, behind the Austrian left flank. Napoleon immediately orders Augereau and Massena to attack again, in earnest. Despinois' troops arrive to join the assault. But Napoleon has sprung his trap too early. Wurmser is not yet fully committed and reacts swiftly. He organizes a new line to fend off Fiorella and hurriedly recalls
Not bad, huh, Wurmser?
His right wing. But he cannot save the redoubt at Monte Medolano. Napoleon's aide-de-camp, Major Marmont, leads forward a battery to blast the position. His guns open a devastating cannonade, clearing the way for an attack.
Yes,
Around
come on,
10
guys.
a.m, the
Come on,
reserve
let's take it.
grenadiers charge forward with bayonets fixed. sweeping the Austrians
Bayonet, and we attack. Come on.
off the hill.
Yeah, it's ours.
Meanwhile, to the north, the 4th and 5th Demi Brigades surge onto the Solferino heights
Yes.
and seize the redoubt before Pozzacatana. Carried forward by their momentum, they storm the Solferino tower and village beyond, the shaken enemy falling back in disarray.
Go,
The Austrians
go,
are
go.
hard-pressed along the line, and now French cavalry and Fiorella
It's not over yet. Huh? We need to encircle them. Come on, we need to make a cycle around them. It's not over yet.
as troops threaten to cut off their retreat. While Napoleon is active, energized, urging troops forward, Wurmser seems to go into shock. A French emir
Yeah, he didn't know anything about Napoleon, this guy. Huh? They didn't know him that much yet. They might have thought, oh, he got lucky, he surprised us a little bit, but that's it. They didn't know what was about to come to them.
Gray, serving with him, recalled, "He watched without seeing anything, saying anything, hearing anything. This brave old man, his head covered with white hair, did not think anymore." Finally,
That must be difficult. You see your army in despair, falling apart, you know. That must be difficult as a leader.
Wurmser orders a general retreat, back across the Mincio River, covered by their cavalry and some late Austrian reinforcements. The French pursuit quickly peters out. After a week of forced marches in stifling heat, with little to eat or drink, Napoleon's men are close to collapse. But their
You gave it all, guys. I'm proud of you. You gave it all. We have a fantastic history in France, and that's all of those great men who fought till the end.
general is content with what they have achieved.
It's funny because I'm watching like oversimplify videos about the Punic War. You can go and watch them if you want. The numbers are way higher. The numbers in antiquity were massive, especially under the Roman Empire. They had massive armies. And I mean, sure, we're going to have a great army with 500,000 men going into Russia, but the numbers here are very small. Then again, it's a small army in the south, and the men in the south, and the main armies were at the north, including for the Austrians. So it's kind of a sideshow here. But what a show! It's always good when the French win.
Wurmser's army finds temporary refuge behind the Mincio River. But Napoleon immediately resumes the attack. Massena is sent north to relieve the French garrison at Peschiera and threaten Wurmser's line of retreat. The Austrian general has had enough. After ensuring the garrison of Mantua is fully resupplied and reinforced, he begins his withdrawal to the Tyrol to regroup.
At least he resupplied Mantua. So he gave them time for them also to come back. Where is Kostadovic or Kasanovic? I don't remember his name. Where is he? He left. They're gonna meet here somehow.
And rethink. The French nip at his heels all the way. Napoleon has just endured his toughest challenge yet as an army commander. And though initially wrong-footed by his adversary, he's displayed brilliant flexibility and his usual energy to weather the crisis and then triumph. But Mantua remains the key to Italy, and while it stands unconquered, the Austrians will do everything in their power to save it. Wurmser will be back, and when he returns, he'll find himself on a collision course with Napoleon, as he launches his own attack on Austria itself.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, fantastic videos by Epic History. Happy birthday, Napoleon Bonaparte. I don't know, maybe 200, no, more than 300 years now. Old man. And thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone who subscribed. We just passed the 200 subscribers, as I said earlier. And I'm really happy about that. The channel keeps growing. It keeps growing also in hours of views. And that's very good, very good. A lot of comments. Keep the comment coming. The suggestion, a lot of suggestions. I have a long list now, so it's gonna take time to go through all of it. But don't hesitate to tell me what you want me to react to. History, funny videos, doesn't matter. I'll take a look and I'll do a reaction video on it. And yeah, thanks for your comment, for all the support. I really appreciate. Have a good day.